It's a brand new week of MPBL action and we are back in Calasiao, Pangasinan for our MPBL Monday triple header. Ang pagbabalik ng MPBL dito sa Calasiao is really a momentous one. Matagal-tagal din ang hindi paglaro ng MPBL dito. We usually play the Pangasinan games in Rosales, Pangasinan. But AJ Miranda and the rest of the Ilagan Isabela five-star Cowboys are in town. They take on Tropang Pasig in the first game. Mamaya, Basilan Star Horse against the Zamboanga Sikat Families Brand Sardines, a very important South Division showdown. And in the main game, some really nice subplots as Cebu takes on Pangasinan, with Cebu parading some of Pangasinan's former players. Magandang hapon mga kaliga, sa Dev Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya. Makakasama din natin mamaya si Mika Abisamis. Magandang hapon din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa YouTube, and we are live on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And Javi, grabe, nakakapagod ng biyahe dito, but I think it's going to be worth it. 3 games na medyo maganda itong mga matchups natin.
Marami ring implications yung mga laro natin today. So, very important for all of the teams participating in this game day, and I'm sure this is gonna be a welcome development para sa mga teams na maglalaro dito, and also a welcome thing for our fans watching today.
Natatakot ako sa mga development na sinasabi mo. Baka ma-plug control tayo dito, no? So, syempre, tingnan muna natin ang ating games nung... anong games? Games talaga. Totoong game to. I thought this was not a... the All-Star game is usually not a... It's not fun and games in the All-Star game, really.
Yeah, it was really an intense showdown between the North and South All-Stars. But, overall, this this is the best All-Star Day that we've had in MPBL history. Kasi lahat ng mga events natin, dikit talaga halos lahat except for the Executive All-Star Game. But that also started out as a close matchup.
Mark Cruz winning the 3-point shootout. Jeff Manday had a really good performance in that one. And Joseph Peña Redondo. Sean Jackson dethroning Joe Gomez de Llano. And then the All-Star Game winner ni Eric Camson. And the MVP was Judel Fuentes. Diretso tayo sa ating team standings. For the teams who will be in action later on. Zamboanga, number 3 right now in the South Division. They can reclaim number 2 with a win against Basilan. But Basilan knocking on the door. They can, move up sa ating team standings. Medyo behind sila ngayon. Tabla sila ng Binyan, but they will move up to number 6 with a win. And syempre, very important yung laban. And Cebu still chasing that play-in spot. Pareho nasa North Division ng ating mga maglalaro ngayon, no? Ilagan Isabela just at 500 right now. Siyempre, if you're Coach Louie, you don't want that status right now.
Yeah, and for Coach Louie, if he has a chance to make it to the top 6, why not? There is still a slight chance for that to happen. Their best finish could be 16-13 if they win the remaining games, including this one against Pasig City. While Pasig, they want to hold on for a spot in the play-in tournament, and a win today is definitely very important. Di na nga sila pwede matalo because if they lose, wala na sa kamay nila yung kanilang kapalaran.
Well, Pangasinan is also gunning for a better seeding in the playoffs. No? Pag-usapan natin itong Pasig, and the young gun, the All-Star, Warlo Batak, is having a spectacular season so far, Javi.
Indeed, the numbers have been so much better than previous years, and he has shown us this season time and time again that it's not just a one-game thing. He's not just a one-game wonder. It's no fluke what he's been doing. He has done it on a consistent basis. You look at the numbers that he's had this season, averaging 13 points per game. He had 26 against Marikina, and he set the tone for Tropang Pasig right in that first quarter where he had 12 of those 26 delivered in that game. Warlo Batak, this guy, sky's the limit pa rin para sa kanya dahil ang dami niya pang pwede improve, and we're seeing constant improvement from him, which is definitely a plus for him moving forward in his career.
Well, the five-star Cowboys have been on a slump going into this matchup, to say the least. And that one guy who played well in the last game, but I think who can do more here para sa kanila is Art De La Cruz. They're pretty much their franchise player right now.
Yeah, he forms that 1-2 punch with AJ Miranda right now for the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. And these two guys will take Ilagan Isabela as far as they can. If they cannot perform well, hindi rin malayo mararating ng Cowboys dito sa season na to. And Art has to do so much better than 13 points in a game. We already expect him to crash the glass and deliver assists, but I think in the scoring department, that has to be something that he has to assert more of his will in, because it's important that he now establishes himself as the focal point of the offense for the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys.
He should be. He should be. So the challenge is on para kay Art de la Cruz here in this ball game. Let's go to Miguel Pereira for the starting lineups. It's Ilagan versus Pasig.
For Pasig City. Starting at guard, number 5, Jess Kilatan. Also at guard, number 44, Jerome Garcia. Playing center, number 10, Mark Montuano. Forward, number 1, Warlo Batak. And the other forward, number 29, Jacob Galicia. The head coach for Pasig City is Aldrin Morante. Assistant coaches, J.R. Villanueva, Lance Inco, and Richard Rosales. Team owner, Mr. Buddy Encarnado. And now, introducing the starters for Ilagan Isabela, 5-star Cowboys. Starting at center, number 15, Alan Santos. One guard, number 10, Sean Bautista. Also at guard, number 4, AJ Miranda. Forward, number 42, Dennis Santos. And the other forward, number 18, Art de la Cruz. The Ilagan Isabela will be led by Mixon Ramos, assisted by Eric De La Cuesta, Hans Robles, Alex Calweng, and Ethel Tacorda. Coaching consultant Glenn Capasio, team managers Vice Mayor Dave Diaz, board member EJ Diaz and Joji Fournier, team governors Ricky Lagui and Joey Fournier.
Our starting five for Pasig City, it's Jess Kilatan, Jerome Garcia, Mark Montuano, Warlo Batak, and Jacob Galicia. Ilagan Isabela, Sean Bautista, AJ Miranda, Alan Santos, Art de la Cruz, and Dennis Santos. It was a struggle for Ilagan in August. Let's see if they can start September the right way. Seb Pingol, Haleric D'Amico, Efren Naganan, and Ron Baluyot ng ating officiating crew. Ball is up and we are underway here in Calasiao. Pasig in white, Ilagan in green and blue. Montuano. That's it to Warlo Batak. Jacob Galicia, who's been in spectacular form as well. Kumama sa paan ni Mark Montuano yung pasa. Turnover.
Yeah, Jacob Galicia has really been a stellar performer for Pasig City in these past stretches of games. He really has upped his stock. Just a pity that he wasn't able to be drafted yesterday sa PBA draft, but I'm sure Coach Alden Morante will count on Jacob once again to try and help Pasig City secure their spot in the play-in tournament. This is a welcome sign for Mark Montuano to be hitting his jump shot early in the game.
Art de la Cruz can't control the pass. Two to start the ball game. We go to Warlo Batak. Galicia, and he's off the glass and in, finding the angle there. Jacob Galicia.
We talked about how Warlo Batak has improved this season, and one part of his game that has really seen an uptick has been his passing, especially out of the two-man game. He's been given a lot more opportunities using the pick and roll situation, and most of the time this season he's made good decisions with it, and the way that he delivers those passes, certainly it has been more on point.
Pasig City trying to solidify their hold of the number 9 spot, and also maganda dito, no? If these teams do meet in the play-in, no, medyo may konting psychological edge itong Pasig.
And they need all the edge that they can get because they've been playing majority of the season really undermanned. They don't have Robbie Manalang and really a gaping hole in the point guard rotation para sa kanila, which has, in my opinion, really doomed them in a lot of their games dahil ang ibang teams, maraming gwardiya sa kanilang rotation, maraming peste sa backcourt that can actually force those turnovers on their inexperienced point guards. But somehow, Coach Alden Morante has been able to get something out of the guys that he has on his team. They've been able to pull some surprises, and I'm sure that he's willing to see more of that come to fruition late in this season.
Well, the way he played in the executive game, Coach Adrian Morante could pretty much be a point guard for Pasig. Here's Jacob Galicia. Fires a jumper, no good. Montuano with a rebound. The kick out to Jerome Garcia. And, playing well of late. Ito si Jerome Garcia. Bautista to De La Cruz. Agem. Down the middle, the kick out to Dennis Santos. He wants a rebound. Batak has it ahead to Jay Gars.
And you could see that after the All-Star day, no, merong nag-iba sa kumpiyansa ni Warlo Batak. I can see his body language this afternoon. I think it's much different from what we're used to seeing from him. Mas may kumpiyansa siya dun sa mga ginagawa niya. Not like he hasn't been confident all season long, but what I'm saying is he's just so much better right now after that experience playing in the All-Star day with highly talented veterans.
Absolutely. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X-Pop. Personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
He's already delivered 2 nice assists early here in the first quarter. And that is exactly how Art De La Cruz should do it. Be aggressive and looking for his shots, especially when he's that close to the basket. Of course, we know Art to be more of a facilitator rather than a scorer. But at this stage of the season, especially considering the situation of his team, he's going to have to dominate more scoring-wise.
Gets the bounce on the second. Ilatan pushing. 7-4, Pasig. 3.5 minutes gone by. Montuano misses. Art De La Cruz leaking out. Art for 2.
Now, I don't mind the shot by Mark Montuano, but somebody's got to get back down really to stop those kinds of fast break opportunities for the Cowboys. That was a good pass by Kilatan to him. Di lang niya na convert, but Art De La Cruz was so quick to go back on the other side and receive that outlet.
Inside, Jacob Galicia, the easy 2.
Love the ball movement being shown by both teams right now. Both ends of the floor, we've been seeing some quality possessions at the half court.
Back the other way, Pasig. Warlo Batak fouled, and he gets it to drop. Talk about the confidence. It's at an all-time high para dito kay Warlo Batak.
Let's watch this one right here. 3-on-1 break advantage, Pasig City. You've got only Sean Bautista in front of you. You take it all the way to the rack if you're Warlo Batak, which is exactly what he did.
He completes the 3-point play, 12-6 for Tropang Pasig. Already with 10 wins so far this season. I must say they have surpassed expectations here.
No doubt about it. And if they're able to get past the play-in tournament, that's going to be a big achievement para sa kanila.
Galicia. Jess Kilatan. Short on the 3. Rebound ni Alan Santos. Gumaru. Dennis Santos for 3. Yes! That time, Dennis Santos taking the shot early into the offense of Ilagan.
I think when Dennis doesn't hesitate, there's definitely bigger percentage that his shots go in. Kaya lang maybe just feeling out the system early in his stint here with the Cowboys, there has been a little bit of apprehension more than usual from him in taking his shots, especially in the half court.
Gumaro misses the three. They go to Galicia, back to Warlo Bata. The turnaround shot. Oh, over Santos that time.
Wow, 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists already here in the first quarter para kay Warlo Bata. Stuffing the stat sheet right away for Pasig City.
Now Alan Santos misses from close range. Back the other way for Pasig.
Gotta clear this out for him.
Galicia hands it off to Kilatan. Nandun si Gumaro. Kilatan goes to Galicia. Got it.
I tell you, Sedel, the two-man game for Pasig City, whether it be Kilatan handling the basketball or Warlo Batak, has been very successful here in this quarter.
Santos again for three. Misfires this time. And Pasig wants to slow things down.
Well, they do recognize that they don't have enough legs on that bench to try and sustain a fast-paced game. So they're really relying on the execution in the half court to produce points in this game. They want to even the playing field and make sure they beat us in the half court.
Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
And in the face, no problem there para kay Dennis Santos. One of the deadliest shooters when he's gotten a bunch in this league.
Gadin is in. Rocky Asidre is also in the ball game for Pasig. Rocky for three. Dennis Santos flying high for that rebound. Mark Dyke is also in the game. Dyke. That's the foul before the shot para kay Mark Dyke.
Interesting early sum right now for Coach Mixon Ramos inserting Mark Dyke early for Art De La Cruz. Mark Dyke actually starts games rather than coming off the bench.
Ramirez, Solis, Dyke, Gumaro, and Miranda. The 5 for Ilagan. And Ajem knocks down the 3.
Once again, good setup right there para sa Ilagan, reading the gaps in the zone that's being played by Pasig City. They've been going to that on their defense to try and negate the height advantage nitong Cowboys team.
Montuano drives against Dyke. Just powering his way through. Hirap naman pigilan pag ganyang kabigat yung umatake.
And you know, Mark Montuano, although ganyan siya kalapad, he has good agility for a guy his size. That's why he's able to make those kinds of moves, attack from the outside, and bring his defender to the cup.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR.
And when his speed fails him, he can turn to that, yung kanyang upper body strength, his heft to be able to push out a defender in front of him.
It's one of the better seasons para dito kay Mark Montuano. 11.2 points and 5.9 rebounds for Montuano here. For Pasig, a lot of time on the floor para kay Mark Montuano. Miranda will attack the defense, and he is able to draw the foul.
This is going to be a very interesting chess match if this will continue throughout the game. Both teams really looking to set it up in the half court rather than push the ball and speed up the pace. Even the Cowboys, who usually tend to get that ball forward and look for those easy baskets. They've been settling for half-court sets here in the first quarter.
AJ misses the second free throw, 18-13. Pasig is ahead. Tamayo. Montuano. Gadin. Tamayo drives. That's last touch ni Warlo Batak. Good touch there by Joshua Ramirez.
But despite the turnovers, that was still coming off some good ball movement. And it's not just ball movement without intention. It's very intentional ball movement. And people are trying to attack, trying to draw the defense, and kicking it out to the open guy.
TH Tumali, first shot of the game. So, malamig off the bench si TH. Here comes Gomaru. And J-Boy Solis puts it in.
That's a misunderstanding defensively on the part of Pasig City. Hindi nagkaintindihan si Mark Montuano at si Lester Tamayo kung sino yung mga babantayan nila doon.
Warlo Batak. He will attack. Leaves it to Gadin. There's time here. Tamayo gets the reverse.
They don't mind going late into the shot clock. They're trying to look for those gaps in the defense. They're waiting for the defense to make those mistakes.
Tumalip. 8 seconds remaining. Dyke for 3. Yes! Mark Dyke. Almost got that one to drop Rocky Asidre, but the first quarter ends with Tropang Pasig holding on to a 2-point lead. It's been a free-flowing game so far, Javi.
Yeah, I've loved how both teams have really tried to share the basketball. Not a lot of fast break opportunities. That was one of them, but Warlo Batak looking much more confident today after this first All-Star stint in the MPBL representing the North All-Stars. Jacob Galicia has been one of the many recipients here in the first quarter for Pasig City of nice pocket passes and passes among those pick and roll situations para sa kanilang kupunan. They're up by 2 points at the end of 10.
Calasiao Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. I went straight to the point to Coach Alex Calweng. By the way, get well soon to Coach Luis Gonzalez. I asked because of recent developments. Sabi ko, Coach, can the fans of Ilagan Isabela actually say that you have now gone down that list of strong contenders? And he immediately said, no, I beg to disagree. This team is still looking for their identity, system, and players still in the process of deeper chemistry. We talked about the relationship of two of their more important pieces in AJ Miranda and Art de la Cruz and hoping it could be a better tandem. Yan din daw ang gusto makita ng coaches. But guess what? Sabi ni Alan Santos and TH Tumalip, tama na. Tanggalin na natin ang elephant sa room. We need to start winning. They initiated a Starbucks date between Art and AJM last night at sumaba din daw sila Dennis Santos, J-Boy Solis, Don Gomaru at Joshua Ramirez. Kung baga sa kanta, nagsisimula na daw ang getting to know each other nung dalawa, sabi ni TH. And you know what? I'm so excited for the Cowboys. So Delphin Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. A lot to unpack from that report. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako magsisimula. Sa Starbucks date ba? O sa kantang Getting to Know Each Other ni Ariel Rivera. Kasi kung si Christian Luanzon nakasama ko dito, malamang kinantan niya na yon.
Panigurado. Pero ang tanong, alam ba ni Christian Luanzon yung kantang Sabihin Mo Na?
Alam ko kaya niyang kantahin yon. Ang alam ko lang, ang hindi lang nila alam kung makikita, mahanap kaya nila yung video ng kanta na yon.
Kung mahanap nila, I'm sure hindi sila magsisisi.
Oo.
They just have to dig a little deep into that video. I'm sure you will not...
scroll lang nila sa dulo.
Oo,
okay,
hindi kayo magsisisi na hinanap niyo yung video niya at pinanood yun. Maganda rin naman yung kanta eh.
Maganda yung kanta.
Pero mas maganda yung nandun.
Oo. Yung artista sa music video na yun. Hindi ko ba alam bakit niya shinare yun eh.
Hindi ko rin alam.
Yung detalye na yun, alam niya naman na gagamitin against her yun.
Sa atin niya pa sinare.
Sa atin niya pa sinare.
Doon ka nagkamali.
Ngayon ng
madam.
araw. But anyway, itong Ilagan, no? Yan po. Siya po yung artista doon. Sa music video na yan. Grabe. Hindi ko alam bakit. Wala na talaga siya siguro makwento. Kinuwento yan.
With everything that's been happening here in the country, no? Wala na siya makwento.
Ayan, tama na muna yung blood control hearing. Kwento ko muna yung tungkol sa buhay ko. Oh, good steal here by Donald Gumaro. But this is something that, you know, mature and grown men and professional basketball players should be doing.
Yeah. That is exactly what they have to do. You know, they're not kids anymore. Hindi na uso yung kung may tampuhan man. You don't have to dwell on it and just turn a blind eye on what's happening. I love how the other teammates, led by the veterans, really tried to make it happen and make it work because alam nila kung hindi maayos ang relasyon ng dalawang yan, it really reflects on the team.
Okay, we're not saying that they're not okay.
Yeah.
It's just I think the team just wants to have a better, you know,
Partnership.
better partnership.
Because they do recognize that those are their two best players.
Yeah. And let's face it, they haven't been playing well.
Yeah,
Of
exactly.
late.
Despite being one of the more talented rosters this season.
Well, you can always say that, syempre, this is a new franchise as
Yes,
well.
yes.
There's a learning curve. Alam natin, but this is a team that really has high hopes of going far. This retail of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances ang subok at kompleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. I don't think they're one of the strongest. Mas marami pa rin mas malakas sa kanila in terms of lineup. We're tied at 22 here. We'll be right back. This is a gutsy win for Pasig City against Marikina last time. Happened in the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Yung Marikina, alam naman natin na mahirap talaga kalaban yun. No?
Always.
They play with a lot of energy, a lot of pride, a lot of passion. And you can't blink against them.
You can't really. And that's always been the calling of their squad. You know, whoever is on that team, whether it's newcomers or you have some veterans in tow, Marikina will always be a team that will fight. Ang naging kaibahan dun sa laro na yun is Pasig City also shares that same reputation. No matter who they have on their team, that is also a team that will be willing to fight from the opening buzzer until the final.
Well, Jacob Galicia also enjoying a spectacular season, 9.3 points, 6.8 rebounds per game. Really getting the opportunity to, put a lot of minutes on the floor. Olegario and Coco Pingoy are in the game. Nice play inside. Little confusion there. Tamayo had to give up the foul on Mark Dyke, who was going for that reverse layup.
One of the many offensive schemes that Coach Louis likes to run with the Cowboys. Misdirection on the baseline, interchange between a big and a guard, which were Mark Dyke and Jerry Pingoy. Olegario reading it well and locating Dyke on the backdoor cut.
8.9 points, 7.4 rebounds. Para kay Mark Dyke this season. Also enjoying his best season here in the MPBL.
And I'm sure Coach Louis is very happy with the way that Dyke has been performing. Pero alam ko, he's still expecting more from him. I think one of the reasons why he brought Mark Dyke into this team was because he felt like meron pa siyang unfinished business with Mark.
There's a coach's challenge here on that out of bounds. And we will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession for the Cowboys.
It's a successful challenge for Coach Mixon. That is on Jacob Galicia. Kaya nagtaka ako dun, bakit kailangan pa i-challenge? Eh, halata naman na sinisave talaga ni Jacob para sa kanyang kupunanas. J.R. Olegario is on the board with that three-pointer, 26 or 24 now. Ilagan is in the lead.
Yeah, J.R. Olegario really forms or is a quintessential spark plug off the bench here in the MPBL.
Tumalip, great defensive play on Warlo Batak. DH, nice pass from Coco. J-Boy inside. Dyke, labas kay Coco. Olegario, and now Tumalip, nandun agad si Galicia. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Olegario's open. Olegario drives. Tumalip, short stab, in and out, rebound. Olegario. TH, back out to Coco. 10 seconds. Olegario fires. Short rebound. J-Boy foul on Galicia. Much better with the activity there with the Ilagan Cowboys.
Well, Coco Pingoy is definitely controlling the offense really well right now. He's directing traffic. He's really talking to his teammates, making sure that the scheme is followed, making sure that everybody is in their proper places. He's reading the defense, and even without the basketball, he is directing people on the half court.
And Mark Dyke bullies his way for the 2 points. 6 points now para kay Mark Dyke. 28-24. Namang ang five-star Cowboys here, second quarter. Warlo Batak. Slips a pass. Galicia nakalusot sa lahat ang pasa.
This is becoming a major problem right now sa laro na to para sa Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. Their pick-and-roll defense has been suspect.
With this ang jumper ni Mark Dyke. Art de la Cruz will check in. Dyke with the steal. Because Mark Dyke nabitawan ng bola. That's a travel.
A pity right there that Dyke could not hold on to the rock. Nice anticipation of the pass. This was another pick-and-roll situation involving Warlo Batak and Jacob Galicia. Look at that tight pass that he delivered right through two Ilagan defenders.
There's Warlo Batak. Ooh, almost made the layup.
He's making mincemeat out of the Ilagan defense here in the first half, Sidelf.
Oo.
And ang maganda is he is doing it in various ways.
He pretty much gets to wherever he wants on the floor right now.
Ball handling too has been much more improved. Binabalansa niya yung pag-atake niya to score at yung pag-atake niya para pumasa.
Meanwhile, let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Warlo Batak was one of those that had a second appearance in the slam dunk competition. Didn't make it again this year, but for him, it's the experience of being alongside the high flyers of the league that gives him a high. But besides this, his career is also on a high, no? Being one of the major go-to guys of Pasig. Pero alam nyo ba, dapat pala FA ito si Warlo Batak, no? Before realizing he wanted to play basketball, he already had an offer sa PAL. Pero ito na nga, he ended up being a high flyer instead of flying in the skies. He knows the situation of Pasig. He will not stop showing up despite the situation. Sidaf and Harry.
Thank you so much, Mika. Hindi naman nagkakalayo. lumilipad naman si Warlo Bat sa ibang paraan. At nagsiservisyo din naman siya.
Yeah,
Servisyo sa mga kakampi niya.
He may not be the heart of a Filipino, but he is now in nasa liga siya ng bawat Pilipino.
Tama. Wow, they're gonna challenge it because Jacob...
I do believe that Olegario was too much in his grill. So I think this is a good challenge.
We will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful challenge para kay Coach Alvin Morante. Second foul on Jacob Galicia, which I think is more important for Pasig more than anything else there.
Tama ka dyan.
Spin cycle galing kay JR Olegario.
At tama rin naman yung ginawang galaw doon ni JR Olegario. Leading on his defender, going one side and making that spin, twirling to the other. Really very exciting player to watch. Ito si JR Olegario.
This is the extra great move of the game. Born for greatness. What a way to split that double. Matindi doon dalawang nakadepensa.
You know, he has no fear in his eyes. Despite him being only, he's a good 5'6" at best.
With shoes.
But he plays so much more than that. He has such a big heart, and his energy has really helped the Cowboys in numerous situations this year, especially when he's coming off the bench. I think doon talaga siya nababagay.
Here comes JR Olegario. J-Boy Solis with a jumper. Good pass galing kay JR.
And I think one of the positives that he's gotten from his stint this year with the Cowboys, he's become a smarter player under Coach Louis Gonzalez.
Solis is fouled by Josa Nimes. Ito yung kandang pasa ni JR Olegario. I think that's a big part of his game. You know, that recognition that he doesn't need to dribble the length of the floor to create para sa kanyang mga kakampi.
Yeah, he's had the opportunity to play under two very, in my opinion, very intelligent head coaches, and Coach Mike Sagigit and Coach Louis Gonzalez these past 2 years, and I think that's really benefited him moving forward in his career. He can only get so much better after that.
33-27. Look at Olegario defend against Batak. That's too close though for JR.
And a lot of hands too. You can't be that close and be too handsy and trying to pressure the basketball.
That is, I think that has prevented JR from getting more floor time because
even
usually
last year,
when he makes a really nice play or scores an important basket, he tends to foul immediately.
I agree. That's a good observation. And I think that's one part of his game that he really needs to realize. Tingin ko minsan nakakalimutan niya rin na maganda yung nilalaro niya tapos gagawa siya ng ganun. I think it's more of channeling the aggression in the right way.
And see here, because of that foul on JR, now nasa penalty na sila. When in fact, Corpus was much closer to the hoop and hindi naman kailangan din ni Adorio mag-foul doon. But scenario has led to Corpus taking 2 free throws here. And he misses both. Cowboys get off the hook there by the 2 misses. Pingoy with the attack. No rebound.
Ooh. Wow. He really forced that one. That foul. Laban kay Mark Montuano. Good strong move. He missed it. The shot was a little bit off to the left, but was able to beat Montuano on the jump, which forced Mark to commit that foul.
Free throws. Always been a concern for Ilagan since the start of the season.
Well, currently they're 8 out of 12 in this game.
Nimes. Hand off to Morante. Nandun agad si Pingoy. Naka-extend ng depensa. Corpus will launch. That won't go. Coco gets it to J-Boy Solis. Art gets it to Adorio for 3. The rebound collected by Corpus. It's a kick ball on Asia Miranda.
A little bit of a risky pass to take there. Galing kay Corpus. Tried to go between the legs of his defender on the way to Mark Montuano. I think that's the reason why Coach Alden Morante has decided to sub him out.
Coco replaced by Dondon Gumaru. Batak. Fade away. Masyado malakas. Here comes AJ Miranda. Miranda goes coast to coast. He misses on that drive. Montuano. Mintis as well. Art de la Cruz surveys his options to Dondon Gumaru for 3.
That's good defense, but just better offense by Don Gumaru there. Morante was all over that shot.
Minute and 20 remaining. Batak with the drive. Ball knocked away by Miranda. And that is last touch on Warlo Batak. No challenge anymore para sa Pasig.
The defense has really tightened up here for Ilagan in the second quarter.
It's a 10-point lead now for the 5-star Cowboys. They can extend that. 9th turnover for Pasig. Only 3 so far para dito sa Cowboys.
Pasig's had some trouble getting some stops.
Adorio. Masyado malakas. Long rebound is with Batak. Warlo on the attack. And rebound there by J-Boy Solis. Ajem to Art. Back to Ajem. It's a kick ball.
The flow of the offense has only gotten better for the Cowboys. Guys really willing to let go of that basketball. It doesn't really take too much time for them to recognize who is in a better spot, who's making the cuts, and who's going to take the shot.
Maru Solis to Art de la Cruz for 2.
And just like on that play, that ball having to touch 3 players before ending up with Art de la Cruz.
8.7 rebounds and 2 assists para dito kay Art de la Cruz. Garcia, well defended, but he rattles that one home.
One of the best tough shot makers in this league. Ito si Jerome Garcia. When he gets hot, he is really hot.
Inside the J-Boy. Art puts it up. He is fouled. 2 free throws coming up para kay Art de la Cruz. Already with 8 points. Tatlo ng foul ni Mark Montuano.
And that's huge considering Jacob Galicia also has 2 already. He's on the bench right now for Pasig City. Ilagan, you know, why fix what ain't broke right now para sa kanila? They have gone through this set play. I think the last 3 or 4 possessions already. Pasig City has failed to stop it.
4 41-30, the five-star Cowboys ahead by 11. Last shot time here for Pasig. Garcia with a jumper. Shadow malakas. The tip in won't go as well for Warlo Batak, and that will do it. Ilagan Isabela, five-star Cowboys, after a slow start, have taken an 11-point lead at the break here in Calasiao, Pangasinan. 41-30 for Ilagan Isabela against Pasig City.
Back at the Calasiao Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. It was another successful All-Star day for the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League in Binyan, Laguna. Actually, it was one of the most exciting ones we've ever had. At kung gusto nyo makita ang mga kaganapan ng araw na yon, please watch this.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Meron tayo nung dati, di ba? Hindi natin napapalabas. Hindi ko pa nakita na yung last minute. Wala! Nag-ano lang ako. Binilangan yung photo. Next! Sige, Vincent Gilles. Ano mo gusto mo? Ikaw lang ituto. Wait lang. Let's go, Mark! Let's go, Mark!
And he's the new MPBL 3-point shootout king.
So, feeling ko maganda gising ko. And tingin ko yung pinaka-importante is nag-enjoy lang ako sa triple shootout. So, masarap kasama yung mga candidates eh. So, nag-enjoy lang talaga ako.
Mike, kamusta? Kamusta?
Basilas, Ramadan Risers, Kamay Coast, Assistant Coach.
This means a lot. You know, I've been practicing and competing in dunk contests back in the States, so this one means a lot to me. Well, all glory to God. Without him, it's, you know, none of this is possible. I want to thank my mom and my family back home. I want to thank everybody that came out tonight to support. All the San Juan supporters, thank you as well. Thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Jackson.
Speed, skill, and swagger combined. To your respective benches, Yadada Delvis rise to the ring. Yes.
Well, what can we say? We all witnessed the best ever All-Star in MPBL history. No? Napunta tayo dun sa last shot. We thought that it was the last shot of JC Marcelino already. Pero after the timeout of the South All-Stars, nagkaroon may isang play. And it's a winning shot from Eric Campson. It's a great weekend for all of us. Siyempre, masaya tayo lahat. Napasaya natin mga fans. And thank you sa mga sponsors. Thanks sa mga fans, players, executives, and most of all, sa ating big boss, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Thank you so much, boss, sa support mo.
With 30,000 pesos in cash. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL 2025 All-Star Game champions, South All-Stars.
halftime dito sa Calsiao Sports Complex kung saan ang Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys are holding on to an 11-point lead against the Tropang Pasig, and the numbers here, and you see Pasig shooting better than Ilagan, although Ilagan has been the more aggressive team here. Javi, nakita natin they were on the free throw line more, and they're also getting most of the rebounds and the second chance points.
Yeah, nakita mo naman sa attempts pa lang, +8 already for the Cowboys in that department, which led them to have a lot of second chance points, 10-2 in that department. Ni free throws din nyo nakikita yan sa mga screens ninyo, but Ilagan has already gone to the free throw line 14 times in this game, and they've been able to convert 10 of them, while Pasig has only made 6 out of 9 free throws. That's a big part to how Ilagan was able to establish themselves as the aggressor in this game in that second quarter. They only limited Pasig City to 10 points in that period. Pasig was the one ahead after the first quarter by 2 points. They were able to control that game in the first quarter. Pick and roll situations, they were able to have their way. Warlo Batak and Jess Kilatan making some good passes. But in the second quarter, the Cowboys got their act together, tightened up their defense, and now the offense too has been flowing so well para sa kanila.
Pasig with the first possession here in the second half. Kilatan to Warlo Batak. Josan Nimes. Nabatay ni Alan Santos. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Mark Montuano inside. Montuano for 2.
That's the value of having a guy like Josan Nimes on the floor. You have another guy who sees the floor well and knows exactly what his teammates' strengths are. Montuano wanted to set a pick, but he saw that AJ Miranda was the guy on him and directed him to go inside and set up on the block. And Warlo Batak, once again showing us his extreme and elite athleticism. But here you see Montuano. This is the play that I've been talking about. The previous offensive set, Josan Nimes telling Mark Montuano to go on the block and take AJ Miranda one-on-one.
That was a tough matchup para kay AJ Miranda kanina as Sean Bautista whistled for the foul on Warlo Batak here.
Anytime that Montuano gets a wing player or a guard on him, that's for sure gonna be a matchup that will be highly favored for Mark Montuano.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Thank you so much kay Ryan Cruz and LGR for those beautiful All-Star jerseys, as well as our shirts that I believe will be launched very soon.
Ooh, okay.
AJ Miranda misses the 3. Naman yung quickly to Kilatan. May mga ibang design pa yun, Navi.
I look forward to that.
Abangan natin yan. Here's Josan Nimes. Here's Dennis Santos. Nimes protecting the ball with his body here. Gets closer and closer. Nabitawan. Good defense by Sean Bautista on Jess Kilatan, who was trying to post up Art de la Cruz. Could not convert Art de la Cruz.
I think Art should focus more on getting a decent shot off rather than fishing for a foul. That has been one of the negative parts of his game recently. Really trying to get more whistles rather than focusing on getting a good shot.
Batak with a crossover. There's a switch here. Montuano may have taken an extra step, but he misses that short stab. Here comes AJ Miranda. Miranda right into the body of Nimes. Saves it to Art de la Cruz. Denny Santos, plenty of time in the shot clock here. 12 seconds. AJ wants a clear out. Art is there. Bautista. Santos for 3. That's a beautifully worked play para sa Ilagan.
Well, they really had to dig deep there on that half-court set I thought Miranda had a one-on-one situation. De La Cruz decided to set a pick, but it proved to be beneficial para sa kanila because Santos relocated and got the shot off from the left corner.
Nimes. Montuano. And Miranda doing just enough there.
A botched opportunity there. I think nahirapan pa sila lalo dahil Kilatan was having a time there on that corner.
Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Santos with his second three of the ball game. Alan. Art, the jumper. He misses. Kilatan. Taken away by Art de la Cruz, and he will lay it in.
12 points now in the game para kay Art de la Cruz.
Art, another steal. Back-to-back baskets para kay Art de la Cruz.
This is what Ilagan wants to see from Art de la Cruz, not just being an example offensively, but also playing his part and more on the defensive side.
The lead is 15 now. Montuano will fire. And Tamayo pushes Art de la Cruz away. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Stream X-Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
And he got another steal after this. So 2 straight steals and 2 straight baskets para kay Art de la Cruz. Meanwhile, Pasig, they've been struggling to execute here in the half court dito sa ating third quarter. A stark difference from what happened during the first half.
And just like that, it's a 15-point lead now. Art de la Cruz. Ooh, nice pass inside Denny Santos, and that's what you want to see from the 5-star Cowboys here. Making a big push here in the third period. And led by Art de la Cruz.
Not a lot of people, not a lot of bigs are confident enough to make those types of passes. Not even a guard maybe can fathom how to deliver a pass like that. Positioned top of the free throw line and a guy cutting with a defender in front of him. There was a couple of guys there who could have gotten in between that pass, but De La Cruz had that one well calculated. What's good about Art is that he sees the play happening even before it transpires.
Gadin. Galicia draws the foul on J-Boy Solis.
Galicia had to come out early in the first half because of foul trouble. Picked up 2 quick ones. And Coach Alden Morante, he wanted to preserve him, of course, and before he could get his third. Right now, maybe he could go back to his scoring ways, help Pasig climb out of this hole.
To 34. $15-point lead pa rin para dito sa Ilagan. Jacob Galicia, the high point man for Pasig with 12 in the ball game. HM gets it back.
Oh, that's off Dennis.
No, that's off Patak though. Medyo mahirap yung angulo natin.
Oo nga, akala ko galing dito sa vantage point natin, nahawakan na ni Dennis.
9 on the shot clock. Medyo mahigpit na yung depensa dito ng Pasig. Naka-extend na, Javi.
They're gonna have to match up with the intensity that Ilagan has been showing on that side of the floor dahil talagang pinapahirapan sila mag-execute ng Cowboys and they should be doing the same.
Santos and Batak battling for the rebound. Nakuha ni Felix Corpus. Gadin. Tamayo inside. Good play. Galing kay Lester Tamayo. Strong attack to the cup and the finish with the left hand. 6 points para kay Lester Tamayo.
And that problem was already fixed during the latter part of the second quarter, but on that particular possession, they were able to get another two-man game going between Gadin and Lester Tamayo.
And Art has gotten going here in the third quarter.
He's locked in.
They're taking charge of the offense of Ilagan. Look at this drive galing kay Tamayo, iniwasan ni Art. Layup para kay Lester. Art de la Cruz back at the free throw line. That's the first one to drop.
15-9-3 already in the game for Art de la Cruz.
Still perfect at the line. See, not all the time that we jinx them, huh?
Yeah, not all the time. Buti pa si Art perfect sa free throw line.
Bakit?
I shot 5 out of 15 yesterday.
Oh my goodness. You gotta go back to the lab, my friend. Warlo Batak, he gets the roll.
His bag is increasing. Ito si Warlo Batak. The footwork has been better and the ability to make those difficult shots have also improved because of the preparation that he's been making. Oh, that is a useless foul by Corpus. See here, Batak getting the pass from Tamayo. Couple of fakes, couple of pivots, and then a little push shot to get it inside the basket.
Oligario is back on the floor. Sa penalty na ang Pasig. Only 2 team fouls for Ilagan. Gumaru to J-Boy Solis, inside out passing. Warlo Batak saves it only to Ramirez. Gumaru from the corner. That won't go. Tamayo ahead to Corpus. Oh, look at the hustle galing kay Dondon Gumaru. Saves the fast break. And it will stay with Pasig City, but 2 points prevented there early on.
Yeah, commendable defense shown by Don Gumaru in getting back there and stopping that.
That's Corpus for 3. Won't go. Rebound. Oligario spinning away. And he misses the layup. Gadin saving it to Corpus. Back the other way. Tamayo inside. Oh, he got the roll.
Muscling his way through there against J-Boy Solis. It's si Lester Tamayo.
It's down to 11. Yung lamang dito ng Ilagan. Art, the runner. Yes. Much better from Art de la Cruz there.
I love the decision making. I love the shots that he's been taking in this game. Ito si Art. We mentioned earlier during the start of this game how he should be more aggressive in looking for his shots rather than just deferring to his teammates. I know that is what he does best.
Or looking for fouls.
Yes. Exactly. Nakita mo naman yung diferensya kung paano siya gumalaw dito with the way that he has been looking for his shots. Mas swabe yung galaw niya rather than trying to look for fouls and fishing for contact.
Oligario, he traveled. Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't... Nabitawan niya na ba yung bola?
Nabitawan niya na eh. Plus, he hopped with the same foot.
Coach Alex Caluen, Coach Glenn Capasio there. Coach Eric De La Cuesta.
That's a very experienced coaching staff right there.
Kay Coach Glenn pala.
Oo, siyempre naman.
Coach Louie, hope you're doing fine at home.
Well, seeing the game right now, I think medyo stress-free siya at the moment.
No, wag kang wag kang magsabi niyan.
But
offensive foul on J.R. Oligario.
yeah, I think I spoke too soon. I'm sorry.
Do not go there, Mr. Palania.
I think I might expect a call from Mr. Gonzalez after this game. Wow, Arenal making his first appearance here in the third quarter.
It's down to 10 here, lamang. Galicia against J-Boy Solis. Jacob, the turnaround shot. That won't go. Rebound. That's J-Boy Solis was able to grab the rebound. Dyke against Galicia. Labas kay Olegario. The swing to Solis. They dump the ball back to Dyke. Olegario for three. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Don't foul, please. Don't foul, please, JR. Don't foul.
He's gonna keep his cool here and just play disciplined defense. Ooh. Well, if Ilagan has a spark plug in JR Olegario, this guy Gadin has shown maturity for Pasig City these past few games. This was the previous play. Dyke kicking it out. Olegario enough time to set and launch, making that three. Close out a tad bit too late for Pasig City on that shot.
8 points na para kay JR Olegario. Gadin knocks down the first free throw.
I remember Gadin's first game in the MPBL. He was really beaten to a pulp by the pressure defense here in the league. Talagang na bibitawan niya yung bola. He was passing in
Malayo
very
na
tough
yun.
situations.
Malayo na yun. Yung,
he has matured since then.
Dyke will fire. That's off to the left. Corpus will launch the three and knock it down. Don't look now, it's just an 8-point game. Arenal will miss the layup.
I think he was anticipating some contact. That's why he babied that shot.
Corpus with another three. It's in and out. And the final shot of the third para dito sa Ilagan Isabela 5-star Cowboys. Olegario. Another three. He misfires. Rebound ni Gadin. 2 seconds. Corpus with time. And he knocks it down. And again, the decision there to take the shot with a lot of, with a few seconds left. And that is really big. It's a big swing here for Pasig. Instead of leading by 8 and only down by 5, itong only 5-point lead now for Ilagan.
And Art de la Cruz, though, he's helped Ilagan establish a double-digit lead here in the third quarter. He's got 18 points in this game, but the other guys from Pasig City, the bench players, making a big run for them. There were lots of good plays for the Cowboys, especially defensively, led by this guy, Art de la Cruz.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Simplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Despite Art de la Cruz's brilliance, the Cowboys only up by 5 here, entering the fourth. Say hello to our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. The fourth quarter here in Calasiao. Pingoy, Gumaro, Dyke, Arenal, and Olegario to start the fourth for the Cowboys. Corpus, Galicia, Tamayo, Batak, and Gadin para naman sa Pasig. Arenal trying to use that left-handed hook. Batak gets it to Galicia for two. Only 3 points na lang ang inahabol dito ng Pasig. 9.5 minutes to play.
What a delivery there by Warlo Batak in traffic. The vision coming from him, letting out the goggles to locate Jacob Galicia.
That's taken away by Gadin.
if I'm the Cowboys, I'm gonna take Olegario out first.
Tamayo. Dyke. Oh. That's a foul on Mark Dyke.
Lester Tamayo has been holding his own against the bigs of the Cowboys in this game. Montuano is down due to foul trouble. Galicia has also been in and out.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners and Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split type air conditioners.
But Lester Tamayo has been doing a good job of holding down the fort for Pasig City. Doesn't matter who's in front of him. When given the opportunity, he's going to muscle his way in and try to get some 2 points inside.
Lester Tamayo misses the first free throw. Second free throw is good. 2 puntos na lang hinahabol ng Pasig dito. Art De La Cruz and AJ Miranda have returned to the floor. De La Cruz to Coco Pingoy. Miranda drives middle.
That's a pass.
Was that a pass?
It was a pass.
No, no free throw.
Oh, they're gonna give him 2 free throws? I thought he was trying to pass it off there to...
Pag ikaw yan, pag ikaw nandyan na sa loob, ipapasa mo yun.
Di nga eh. Di ko na ipapasa yun. Yun rin yung gagawin ko. Ititira ko na yun. Iwan na eh.
Iwan na eh. Ayan. Pag iniwan mo na, shoot mo na. Para malapit na. Magtutok na. Diba?
Kala ko may iba ka pang sasabihin.
Wala. Oh, what about AJ Miranda?
Diba? Airball tuloy.
His free throws. And AJ had 12 points. Mark had a 10 in a losing effort against Nueva Ecija.
So basically, the Rice Vanguards just showed how elite of a team they are in that game. Execution was so much better, and defensively, they really made it tight for the Cowboys in executing their sets.
Eduardo Batak. Good defense by Coco Pingoy. Miranda in a foot race with Gadin. He wins the foot race and finishes the break 59-55.
When it's Coco Pingoy throwing that outlet pass, especially if there are defenders in between, I guarantee you he is gonna be able to execute that pass 99.9% of the time, because that's a play that was taught to us high school pa lang. The practice of making that outlet pass, that's an art.
Yeah. Expect ko rin yung pasa na yan, Habi, pag tumatakbo ako.
Oo naman. Pero dapat nga tumatakbo.
Yun nga. Actually, yung pasa, hindi question mark yun. Yung takbo. 4 posts with a fadeaway. Art, nabitawan ng bola. Galicia picks it up.
Turning loose change into goal there. Jacob Galicia just picking it up. He has really been all about hustle his entire career. But here with Pasig, his offensive game has flourished.
59-57. Pingoy, good look. Yes, sir. Para kay Coco Pingoy.
Yeah, he may not be that same player that he was, but you give him opportunities to shine. Coco Pingoy will not be embarrassed or afraid to see that moment and make the most out of it. But this guy has also been doing the same for Pasig City this season.
Incredible. Galing kay Jacob Galicia. Just put him in spots where he can be effective, and look at that.
And once again, that's a two-man game involving Warlo Batak and Jacob Galicia. That combination in a pick-and-roll situation has been potent.
Rebound Art De La Cruz. Galicia unable to complete the three-point play. 2-point game with 7 minutes remaining. Lamang na kanina yung Ilagan ng malaki. 17 points. Art de la Cruz for three. In and out. Ooh. Chance to tie here or even take the lead for Tropang Pasig. Gadin will drive. The pass was just behind Tamayo. Gumaro is there trying to chase him. Batak with a crossover. Batak taking off, banks it in, plus the foul.
Jerry Pingoy will always be one of the toughest players to make a crossover against. He got away with it, even fumbling it for a bit, but got his bearings back. He gathered, went up strong, off the glass, absorbed the contact, and in para kay Marlo Batak.
It's a tight game now. Batak closing in on a triple-double here. 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists make that 12 points. And what a turnaround here for Tropang Pasig. You always had a feeling, Javi, that they had a run in them.
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. We're seeing it come to life right now. 6:28 left in this game.
That's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We're live from the Calasiao Sports Complex. Magkaloocan, and Jacob Galicia and Jerome Garcia. Look at the numbers from Jacob. 14 points and 14 rebounds.
That's an undersized big right there, making those kinds of numbers for Pasig City. And being one of the few bigs left in the lineup, he has definitely gone in and taken charge of that position for Coach Alden Morante, getting a lot of nice passes in this game from Marlo Batak.
Already with 18 points to go with the 2 blocks. Jerome Garcia is on the bench. Ano pag mangyayari dito for Ilagan, Isabela, they brought in Joshua Ramirez and Dondon Gamaro. There's Art de la Cruz. De la Cruz, the spin move, that's a difficult angle.
Forced shot as well there. And everybody else was just standing around waiting for that play to develop.
Oh, Art de la Cruz with another steal. And he misses. Unable to finish there, Art de la Cruz.
Well, he couldn't make up for that last shot that he took. That could have made up for that miss earlier. That forced shot, but even that one, hindi niya rin naipasok.
Tamayo carving space. Oh, Galicia picks it up and puts it in.
The intensity has definitely gone up a few notches higher here in the fourth quarter. The excitement has developed. This has now become playoff atmosphere basketball for these two teams who might most likely meet in the play-in.
There's the matchup na kanina pa natin nakikita. No, Galicia and De La Cruz. De La Cruz misses on the turnaround.
That's now 3 straight missed shots para kay Art De La Cruz. The other one was already a gimme para sa kanya.
Marlo Batak attacks and lays it in.
Oh my goodness. He just continues to impress.
This is an incredible turnaround here. 66-61. 14-4 run. Miranda with the answer on the other end.
No help there para kay Corpus, who was trying to keep in step with AJ Miranda, but Miranda, he just was able to get that step on Corpus with just that burst of speed.
Seeing the game from right here, Warlo Batak with the drive. And that's a strong finish right there. I think the body language of Ilagan, I think this has to change, Abby.
Oh yeah.
This has to change.
Because this is already a very crucial time in the season, and I do understand the gelling part, you know, developing the chemistry, understanding the system, but they have to be so much more focused and locked in. And I agree, it has to show in the way that you conduct yourself on the floor. You should act confident, and you should show that you are bought in to the system, bought into what you want to do, what the coaches want to do, and you show the desire to win ball games, especially defensively.
AJ Miranda got the step, and that's much better if you're Ilagan. Seeing AJ coming out very aggressive for that possession.
And that's where he is at his best. Rather than just settling for outside shots, you know that AJ Miranda is a problem when he decides to go downhill. He's not just quick, he also has those long limbs to aid him in getting an advantage over his defender.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
But then again, the free throw situation for the Cowboys not getting any better. They're now 13 out of 21 from that area.
Corpus has been warned on sportsmanlike behavior.
He hasn't been liking the way that AJ Miranda has been beating him 2 straight possessions down the floor.
And Pasig with a 1-point lead, 4:07 remaining. We'll be right back. Warlo Batak, as we mentioned, closing in on a triple-double, 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's been dynamic in this ball game, scoring on a variety of ways.
Yeah, and done pretty much everything else para sa Pasig City. Mark Montuano on the bench with foul trouble. Good thing he and Jacob Galicia have picked up the slack para sa tropang Pasig sa laro na to. Jerome Garcia has also not been able to knock down shots in this game. That's why it's been these guys, Batak and Galicia, carrying the load. Felix Corpus has also had his moments in this game, and that's why he's still inside at this crucial point of the match.
Corpus gets it across with Gomaro chasing him. Gadin. Galicia. Batak, the door is shut right there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Batak, oh wow! He just elevated and scooped it in. 16 in the ball game. Para kay Warlo Batak, it's a 3-point lead for Pasig.
How do you describe a thing of beauty like that? Wow, he went up and glided through the air, and now they're almost about to make a stop, but Ilagan gets it back.
Gumaru short on the 3.
That is a terrible possession for the Cowboys.
And Art de la Cruz has been called back. Batak. Tamayo inside. He draws the foul.
And once again, Sidelf, elite decision-making in the 2-man game for Warlo Batak. See how he reads it right here. The screen doesn't come anymore. And Galicia just sort of sets a little Gortat screen and then jumps over J-Boy Solis, a little scoop shot to make sure he gets the right angle there.
That was the only spot where he could have taken it.
Yeah, and he made it look easy. That was a difficult shot.
And Tamayo goes 2 for 2.
And what about Lester Tamayo too? He has also been a big reason why Pasig City has been able to come out in front.
Gumaru. There's a switch here. Dyke is open. Bumalik na yung depensa doon. And Corpus is whistled for the foul. Pasig not yet in penalty. Only the 4th team foul. That's number 5 on Felix Corpus.
That's a big thing, especially because Corpus has been able to knock down a couple of threes in this game that have really aided them. But another capable shooter is coming in. I don't mind Jerome Garcia being the one to replace Felix Corpus.
And Corpus, though, is their best wing defender. Miranda. He'll fire a 3. Ajem, no. Art is blocked.
Wow. Tamayo defensively as well, holding down the fort for Pasig City.
A little miscommunication there. Galicia and Batak.
Pass a little bit too forward there. We're going down the wire here. I did not expect Ilagan to be on the opposite end.
Gumaru fires. Can't hit. Rebounding Galicia. 2-minute mark here. Down by 5. The 5-star Cowboys. Tropang Pasig. Feeling good here. Warlo Batak. Attacks. Could not get the roll. The tip in. It's for Jacob Galicia.
That's just like a volleyball set there to an attacking spiker. Batak making that play. He misses this attempt. Let's see here how many guys are inside for both Ilagan and Pasig. But in the end, the ball still ends up with the guys in white. Nobody on the right side to prevent Galicia. 72-65 ang ating score.
And what a turnaround here for Tropang Pasig. Their next 3 games, Mindoro, Abra, and Gensan. Tough road ahead, but you know, if they are able to hack this one out, I think they should be feeling good about their chances there.
For sure, this is definitely going to set them on the right track. They're already coming off a win against Marikina. Look at what Jacob Galicia has been able to produce this afternoon. 22 points already para sa kanya. 13 rebounds as well. He's also been able to do stuff defensively. He's got a couple of rejections sa laro na to.
They need a basket here. Ilagan, Miranda, nowhere to go. Labas kay Art de la Cruz. Should be big here. Art, Mintes, Dyke. Rush the shot. Pasig with the stop. And I want to review here.
And this is going to be an opportunity for Coach Mixon to huddle up his boys. They need to talk about things. I think there was something wrong with the way they executed that set earlier.
You know what was the crucial possession for me? the last possession of the third.
Yeah,
I think that was big.
that was definitely big. Corpus able to get that 3-point shot to help Pasig brim with confidence heading into the fourth quarter. But also, Sedel, one of the turning points in the fourth quarter, I believe, were those 3 straight errors of Art de la Cruz.
Bigat because after taking their biggest lead of the game at 50-33 was a 17-point game, 17-point lead. Now the turnaround has been incredible, 24-point turnaround. It's now 30. Ever since that, 39-15 na outscore itong Ilagan Isabela.
That's crazy.
Basilan, Star Horse, they're in the building for that highly anticipated matchup with Zamboanga as well.
This was the last play that was reviewed. We're under the last 2 minutes, so every out-of-bounds play can be reviewed by our referees, but the decision will be upheld. It will stay with Pasig City.
Garcia milking as much clock as possible. Jay Gar's jumper, no good. Miranda has to rush here. Pingoy, Art, Gumaru, back to Art. Natapik pa yung bola. Art for 3. That won't go, and Ilagan's dry spell continues.
Wow. Their shooting has gone down to just 31% at this point, Sedel. At one point here in the second half, especially when the shots were falling, it still rose to 40%. But right now, that's down a few notches already. And Pasig, on the other hand, shooting 49% on their side of the floor. And Jacob Galicia, he's been a big reason why that has happened para sa kanila, because he's been able to make a lot of point-blank shots. He's been a beneficiary of a lot of excellent passes, many of that from Warlo Batak.
9-point game. Gumaru will fire. It's off the mark. Dyke saves it to AJ Miranda for 3. Still can't hit the Cowboys. Pasig with a big upset here.
Definitely a huge one. I think they're going to hold on for this victory right now. That's going to be the last straw. And this is going to be a major problem, especially at this point for the Cowboys. At this point of the season, I hate to say this, but Pasig is a very undermanned team. They're dealing with a lot of manpower issues, lots of key guys not suited up para sa kanila. They've really had to rely on a lot of virtually unknown guys here in the league to carry the torch. But the fight that these guys have been showing from Pasig has been incredible. Very contrasting to how Ilagan has conducted themselves in this game. They have looked like the team that is undermanned sa laro na to. They did not seem to be the aggressors, especially when the shots were starting to miss.
That's it. The final score here in Calasiao. Pasig with a stunner. A 17-point turnaround. They come out of the grave pretty much in that third quarter, down 17. They fight their way back and claim a 9-point victory. And Warlo Batak with a triple-double. 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. You can also give it to Jacob Galicia either way. And Jacob Galicia, pwede na rin, dalawa. Yung nakita natin sa graphic.
But yeah, you know, these two guys, they definitely were the ones who led Pasig City in this game. Galicia top scored with 24 points.
Okay. Sorry, Jacob Galicia is our best player of the game.
There you go.
nilabas lang yung graphic ni Warlo Batak. 24 points, 14 rebounds. What an incredible game. Galing kay Jacob Galicia a day after
Being
snub.
undrafted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Panalong Pasig over Ilagan, Isabela. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Jacob. Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Aldrin kanina sa akin na yun ang gusto talaga niya sa'yo. Alam mo kung kailan mo ibibigay, no, yung hinahanap niya sa'yo. Siyempre, credit kay Corpus at saka kay Warlo buong game din, lalo na kay Corpus ng third quarter. Pero ito na nga, ito yung hinahanap daw talaga niya sa mga ganitong games yung laro mo at yun ang pinakita mo ngayong araw na to.
Yun nga, sinabi lang naman sa akin ni Coach Al na na punahan ko lang yung mga kulang ngayon kasi nga wala si Papa Cheats, injury. So, kailangan ko talaga mag-double effort tsaka mag-step up lagi sa game.
Jacob, yung lineup ng Ilagan Isabela Cowboys, hindi biro yun, no? Nakita naman natin ang mga players doon. Pero ito yung sinasabi ni Boss Buddy na mga gusto niyang panalo sa mga ganon na kalaban. Anong masasabi mo sa larong ito?
Yun nga, lagi lang naman kami nire-remind nila boss tsaka nila coach na lumaban lang kami lagi, win or lose, basta pinakita namin yung best namin, okay lang kay boss yun.
At yun ang nakita namin ngayong araw. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Una sa lahat, thank you kay Lord. Binigay sa amin itong importante na panalo. Thank you rin po kay sa Sisas, kay Boss Jason Sia, kay Boss Ian, kay Boss Buddy na laging sumusuporta, at sa mga tropang Pasig. Binabati ko rin yung asawa ko sa bahay, kay Jam Agapito. Tsaka sa mga boss ko sa Cavite, kay Attorney Alvin, Debantan, Jams, Brotherhood, pati na sa lahat ng mga, tsaka sa mga tropa ko, family ko, mama ko sa Paris, ate ko sa Dubai, lahat. Sorry sa mga hindi nabati.
Alright, maraming salamat, Jacob Galicia. Balik sa inyo, Javi and Fidel.
Big win para sa Pasig, led by Jacob Galicia as the best player of the game. Up next, it's a South Division showdown. Basilan Star Horse against the Zamboanga Sikat Families Brand Sardines. We'll be right back for that one.